If you've been feeling anxious lately, like your heart races out of nowhere, like you're lying in bed exhausted, but your mind will not shut off, I want you to hear this today. You are not broken. You are not just stressed. And this is not just in your head. Hey, welcome back. I'm Elsa Martin, certified functional nutritionist, and I'm ready today to talk to you about anxiety. I'm going to explain exactly why anxiety shows up so strongly for women, typically rearing its ugly head in the late 30s, getting more and more intense into 40s and 50s. And we're going to talk about what's happening inside the body, and most importantly, what you can actually do about it. I have ladies that come to me in a state of anxiety, and they're embarrassed to talk about it a lot of times. They choose to seclude themselves instead. But that's exactly the opposite thing of what we need. We need to be part of a safe community, especially as women. We need to be part of a safe community where we get each other, where we're not gatekeeping of what's helping us, where we actually can realize that there's other people, other women that are going through the same things we're going through. We can help and support each other. And that's what I love about our WBN community of ladies. They're so supportive and so encouraging. And when we find what works, we share it so that we can actually help each other. Because let's be real for a second. This isn't the kind of anxiety that you had in your 20s. This is different. This is the kind that has you waking up at like between 2 and 3:30 a.m. with your heart pounding. Or that weird irrational sense of dread that you might be feeling, or snapping at people that you love, and then you feel so guilty about it. Or sometimes it's feeling super overstimulated by things that never used to bother you. That constant low level of unease that you just can't seem to explain. And maybe the scariest part is that you just don't feel like yourself anymore. Or you've had someone else tell you, you're just not yourself anymore. And you start asking, what's wrong with me? Why can't I handle things like I used to? Am I losing it? Like literally going crazy? Well, you're not. But your body is changing. So we're going to break it down into a way that actually makes sense here today and what you can do about it. Estrogen and your brain, they are very closely connected. Estrogen is not just the female hormone. It directly impacts your serotonin, which is the feel-good neurotransmitter. Also, it affects dopamine, which is your motivation and pleasure feelings. And then your GABA, which is your calm, anti-anxiety chemical. So when estrogen starts to fluctuate, which it does in our later 30s and 40s in perimenopause, your brain chemistry becomes literally unstable. One day you will feel okay, and then the next day anxiety just hits out of nowhere. Can you relate? Let me know in the comments. And then there's progesterone, which is your natural calming hormone. So progesterone is your built-in anti-anxiety hormone. It literally acts like a natural calming agent in the brain. But here's the problem. Progesterone usually is the first hormone to drop. So what happens? You lose that calming effect. Your nervous system becomes more sensitive. And then you feel wired and edgy and overstimulated. And now layer this on top. When hormones are off, your body perceives stress more intensely. So cortisol rises, and high cortisol causes the racing thoughts, the poor sleep, the belly fat gain, blood sugar crashes, which all equal more anxiety. And it just becomes this like hamster wheel of a loop. But here's what most people miss. Your gut actually produces about 90% of your serotonin, which is that feel-good transmitter that I mentioned earlier. So if your gut is off, if you're full of inflammation, you have dysbiosis, which is just a fancy word for saying bad bacteria in your gut, or you have poor digestion, your mood will suffer, period. And hormone imbalances plus gut issues often go hand in hand. And this is the part that so many people don't talk about. It's not just the anxiety. It's how it makes you feel about yourself. You don't feel in control anymore. You don't feel confident, and you just don't feel like the woman you used to be. And that affects your relationships, your marriage, your patience with your kids, your ability to show up in your life. It feels heavy. And then you start trying, if you are like most ladies, pushing through it. Just push through it. But you know what that does? It actually only makes it worse. And here's the truth that most women need to hear. You cannot fix this by simply guessing. It's like throwing spaghetti at a wall and hoping it sticks, because your hormones are not static. They fluctuate hour by hour, right? We've all noticed that, right? 9 a.m. can be much different how you feel by 9 p.m. Your hormones fluctuate a lot when you're going through this season. And this is why one blood test doesn't tell the full story. You can be in range, in the normal range of what your doctor says, but still feel terrible. And that is exactly why I use the Dutch test, because it shows your hormones over a full 24 hours, how your body's metabolizing estrogen, your cortisol rhythm, and hidden imbalances that standard tests just miss. And when we pair that with gut testing, now we actually know what your body needs and why it needs it. No more guessing. Testing is for sure key, but there are things that can help support your body right away. Of course, when you work with me, it's always individualized. We do exactly what your body needs. But I want to talk today about a few foundational supports. There are supplements that have been proven to help hormone-related anxiety, and I'll get to those today, but I'm always start with lifestyle. It's what's going to make the biggest difference, and also it's basically free. So let's talk about 3 practical things that you can do today to make this simple and actionable, because I know many people are suffering and they're like, I need help right now. So let's talk about it. Number 1 is stabilize your blood sugar. And this is huge. Eating protein, healthy fats, and fiber at every meal is going to help stabilize your blood sugars. No skipping meals. Do not let yourself skip meals. And what this does is it reduces sugar spikes, because blood sugar crashes equal anxiety. So we do not want you to go there. We want you to be eating regularly, eating your protein, fats, and fibers. And that alone is going to make quite a difference. Number 2 is to walk after your meals, even if it's just 10 minutes. Going for a walk after you eat literally helps lower your cortisol, which is the stress hormone, so it just helps bring everything down. It improves insulin sensitivity, so it helps reduce sugar crashes, and it calms the nervous system. This is literally so simple, so powerful, and so underrated. Literally a 10-minute walk after you eat, and you will just feel so much better, and your body will be in a much more calm state. And then number 3, create a nervous system off switch at night, bringing your body down into a calm state. And that looks like about 30 to 60 minutes before bed, no phone. Dim your lighting, just to bring everything down nice and calm. Having magnesium, maybe a sleepy time, bedtime tea, just slowing your environment down. We can't expect our bodies to go from high stimulation into deep sleep immediately. It needs the support and the help to do that. If you're listening to this and thinking, this is me, I want you to know something. This is fixable, but not really with guessing or Googling or just pushing through. This is where real data plus the right strategy changes everything. And inside my program, we test your hormones, we look at your gut health, and we create a personalized plan for your body so that you are feeling amazing, love how you look, love how you feel, and are showing up as your best version of yourself. And you can feel calm again, clear again, like yourself again, maybe better than you ever have. I'm still getting to the supplements, but if this resonated with you first, make sure you subscribe, leave a review, and share this with a friend who needs to hear it. And if you're ready to stop guessing, reach out to me directly to apply to work with me, because you deserve to feel good in your body. Life is too short to live miserable, and we don't want it affecting every one of our relationships. So please share this with a girlfriend that might also be struggling with anxiety, because we are here to help each other. Okay, let's get into supplements. Number 1 is magnesium glycinate. It calms the nervous system, it helps with sleep, and it supports your GABA activity. With all of these supplements that I'm going to recommend today, they are general supplements that most people should be taking already. Magnesium glycinate has so many benefits, and that one I recommend taking before you go to bed at night, because of its benefits of the calming, helping you sleep better, supporting your GABA. The next one is L-theanine. This one is amazing for promoting relaxation without sedation. So it will help you sleep better and get to sleep quicker usually. It helps quiet those racing thoughts. The next one that I recommend to someone, but let's be very clear, not to everyone. Ashwagandha helps regulate your cortisol. It supports stress resilience. It's sort of the next level. Magnesium glycine, L-theanine, those are great for calming. You're not going to have any adverse effects from that. Ashwagandha may actually take you too low if you have a tendency towards that already. So just pay attention to yourself. You know yourself best. And of course, if we were working together, I would be seeing what was best for you. But just in this situation, you pay attention to yourself and know, should you be taking ashwagandha or not? And if you find that you get into depressive states or feel low often, I say don't take it. And then B complex, because it is critical for neurotransmitter production, and it is amazing for giving you more energy. I recommend taking that at noontime. If you have an afternoon slump, it helps you through that. And then finally, your omega-3s, because it supports your brain health. It helps you think better, more clearly, and it protects your brain as well. Everybody should be taking omega-3. If you're taking omega-3, make sure it does not also contain omega-6 and 9. It's only omega-3 in it, because we already get too much 6 and 9s in what we eat normally. So we just need omega-3s. And with every one of your supplements, make sure you're not just paying for fillers, that you're getting a really good quality supplement, because we can think that the cheaper one is better, but when you actually know what you're looking at, you end up getting like a third of your supplement and paying half as much. It's actually a better deal, and you're going to get the results you want by buying the better quality supplement, and especially supplements that have been tested by third parties to make sure that they're actually legit. Super important. If you would like, you can reach out to me and just message me the word supplements, and I will send you my link to what I use as Full Script, and I can pass my discount on to you as well, which is awesome. So every time you order from them, they ship it right to you and you get a discount. So that's great. So I've created a little quiz for you, and it's called, Is Your Anxiety Hormonal? It's just like a small quiz that you can go through and check for yourself whether or not your anxiety is hormonal. So if you want that, either comment or message me the word quiz, and I will send that to you. And next time, I'm going to be talking about your doctor says your labs are normal. So now what? Because we can have what they call normal labs and still feel horrible. What to do about it? So join me next week for the next episode in this series. And in the meantime, ladies, take the quiz, comment, let me know what your biggest takeaway was from today, and let's go design a life we love.